So this gluconeogenesis is a metabolic pathway that involves conversion of non-carbohydrate source into carbohydrate. Okay? By definition, gluconeogenesis लाई हामी कसरी define गर्ने त? Gluconeogenesis is defined as the metabolic pathway which involves conversion of non-carbohydrate source into carbohydrate. Okay? And there are different non-carbohydrate source, and those non-carbohydrate source are glucogenic amino acids, okay, glycerols that are released from the beta oxidation of fatty acids, okay, and there is a lactate that becomes a precursor for the gluconeogenesis. Right? Lactate is the end product of anaerobic glycolysis, and lactate is the end product of an anaerobic glycolysis, and this RBC which do not undergo aerobic respiration due to the absence of mitochondria, okay, त्यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त lactate को production हुन्छ during anaerobic glycolysis. Okay, so this lactate, glucogenic amino acids like alanine, okay, and glycerols which is which becomes the precursor for the gluconeogenesis. Okay, so glycerol कहाँबाट release हुन्छ त? Glycerol is released from the beta oxidation of free fatty acids, okay, and alanine, which is a major glucogenic amino acids, is used during gluconeogenesis, and lactate, which is the end product of anaerobic glycolysis, is used as a precursor for the gluconeogenesis. Okay, right? So your gluconeogenesis, it mainly happens in the liver, okay, and to some extent in the kidney as well. Kaka हुन्छ त liver and kidney, okay, and this gluconeogenesis is activated by the hormone glucagon, okay, and in response to glucagon stimulation, the enzyme involved in the gluconeogenic pathway is activated, okay, and this gluconeogenesis is an interdepartmental process, okay, is an interdepartmental process. One of the major conversion that involves conversion of pyruvate to phosphoenol pyruvate happens to be in the mitochondria, and further conversion of PEP into glucose happens to be in the cytoplasm. Okay, right? Now some case of glucagon activates gluconeogenesis in the liver. Okay, in the liver the major proportion of gluconeogenesis happens, but थोरै मात्रामा कहाँ पनि हुन्छ त किडनीमा पनि. Okay, right? So and precursors for gluconeogenesis are the lactate, okay, glycerol, and glucogenic amino acids like alanine. Alanine, right? Gluconeogenesis is activated by which hormone? Glucagon. Right? And this gluconeogenesis provides glucose to the brain during fasting state, okay? And the gluconeogenesis, the glucose that is a part of that is forms during gluconeogenesis is also involved in blood glucose homeostasis. Okay, यो कुरा चाहिँ याद राख्नु, okay, right? And there are some enzymes that are different in gluconeogenesis from glycolysis, and those enzymes name are pyruvate carboxylase, okay, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase, okay, fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase, and glucose 6 phosphatase. Okay, glycolysis and gluconeogenesis, they share some similar steps, okay, and the enzyme that I told you now, that are pyruvate carboxylase, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxykinase, fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase, and glucose 6 phosphatase, they are different from the glycolytic pathway. Okay.